Hello, everyone. Welcome back. This is Rando Geek. So, we have some cool news regarding Verizon. The article is coming from the T-Mobile report, and I will link it for you down below in the description. All right, so cool stuff here. I wanted to take a minute out of my day to just kind of do this. I have some time on a break here, and I just basically wanted to cover this for you because this is pretty cool. All right, so Verizon has managed to get faster than fiber 5G speeds in latest breakthrough. So what does this mean? So basically, Verizon's been testing, okay? They've been testing behind the scenes to see how far they could push their network. All right, we know that T-Mobile, at&t, and obviously Verizon here, as proof of this article, can really push their network if they want to. There's boundaries that it can go to that they're not telling us about. This technology is pretty much already there. Obviously, it needs some perfecting to work adequately, to work sufficiently, but it is there. It's available, and a lot of it's being capped, especially with like companies like at&t. We know that if they unleash the beast, it can go to places we've never imagined. We've seen a bit of that, and certainly we know the power of Verizon's network with the new upgrades and the new towers and everything that's been going on with them, and certainly without a doubt, T-Mobile as well, right? This is why they're the big three carriers, because they can provide service that none of the other carriers have been able to do. Not Sprint when it was around, none of them, right? So, all right, so let's cover this here. So Verizon has been trying to see just how far it can push the envelope, and the company's latest experiment just yielded an amazing result. So Verizon, in collaboration with Samsung and MediaTek, has announced a groundbreaking achievement in 5G technology. The company managed to reach a peak download speed of 5.5 gigabytes per second in a lab environment. That's over 5 times faster than the most fiber optic home internet plans. So they're saying the breakthrough was made available through the use of carrier aggregation, a technique, of course, that combines multiple spectrum bands, separate wireless connections into one connection. In this case, it was 6 separate channels of sub-6 gigahertz spectrum, so that's 350 megahertz of PCS, 850 megahertz, AWS, CBRS, and C-band spectrum. The test utilized Samsung's virtualized RAN, vRAN, of course, solution and MediaTek's next-gen connectivity platform featuring 6CC technology, running 5G data through Samsung's 5G standalone core. All of this, of course, is basically a lot less complicated than it sounds. They're saying the short version for this is that customers can one day soon get speeds over a gigabyte reliably over 5G. Importantly, the frequencies used were not millimeter wave, which means that the signal won't be easily blocked by a window or leaf. All right, so obviously this is just an experiment. It's not available to the public now. But why this is important is, one, we'll never need these, speeds in real environments, right? We don't need 5.5 gigabytes per second for daily, right? That's just insane on your phone. You just don't need it. But the importance of this is to show you how technology is just going to keep evolving, and also to show you that the power of these networks is certainly there. And the testing is going on, and sometimes we get reports of these things that show us just how powerful these networks really are. We can see how far Verizon could really push this network. Obviously, there's more testing that would have to be done, right? There's things that can interfere and things that just wouldn't make sense. There's technologies and equipment that may not support all of this, but it's there. That's what we're saying. The network is ready for these things, and expect this from T-Mobile. We hear about it with T-Mobile too. We've heard about it with T-Mobile, and believe me, it's there with at&t as well. So that is why this is fascinating stuff here, to show you that, your network, your favorite network, whether it be Verizon, T-Mobile, at&t, they can do a lot more than they're telling us. They're holding it down. They're waiting because, as we know, more speeds will usually allow them to charge more, right? The more priority, the more quality, the more we'll pay, right? So they're waiting. They're waiting on it. It will be unveiled over time, just like many of the technologies we have today were available 15, 20 years ago. They just didn't tell us. It's been ready. And this is just how it works. It's all about cash. It's all about growth. It's all about prosperity for these companies. And customers, like me and you, we just want this quality. We want these things. So, but we got to wait for it. But interesting stuff here nonetheless. The article, like I said, will be linked for you Yeah, we just don't need all these speeds, but it's still pretty cool that, if you wanted it, one day this is going to be available for you. As always, thank you so much for stopping by and watching, and we'll catch you in the next one. Bye for now.